Welcome, in front of me is a Samsung Galaxy S20 Plus, and today I'll show you how to flash the firmware on this device. So before we get started, there is one thing a couple things that we will need, but the probably physical most important one would be the cable for the process. So just get the cable that you use for charging, plug it into your computer and have it ready. I have mine laying like right here and it's already plugged in, so it's basically good to go. From there, we'll also need a couple programs. So number one, you want to go into a HardReset.Info website. As you can see right here, this is the site. So just tap on it, and here you want to search for your phone, which for me is the Samsung Galaxy S20 Plus. There we go, and it's the Exynos version, so it's this one, and it's non-5G, so disregard this one. So there we go. And then you want to go into firmware download right at the bottom here, and you can see there's the model number of the phone itself, and if you're curious you can see it right at the back of the device right here as this text right here. It says SMG985F and then DS. The last part doesn't really matter. But it's the same one as right on the screen right here. So download that, and I already have downloaded it, so I'm gonna disregard this one, but I actually did not download one for the standard S20, so I'm gonna show you how to do it as though I would be doing it for this one. So you can see, oh nope, this is also the same one, so not this one. Okay, there we go, that's the one. So once you are on the page where you get to download it, as you can see right here, I just click on it, then find your provider. I'm just gonna go to mine, which is the Polish one, and I think I already passed it. Right, there we go. I'm gonna choose this one, which is unlocked, and then tap download. Again, scroll down, tap on the download right here, and it starts downloading. Now, for me, there was a problem with the computer Windows, of course, detecting it as a virus, because Windows is such a great operating system that it only detects things that aren't a virus as viruses, while the other ones that should be blocked are basically like get a free pass. But if you get a pop-up right here that Windows has basically blocked something because virus whatever, you want to tap on that notification right there that will pop up. Now I'm trying to see if I have one right here. There it is, Windows Security, I think. Oh, nope, that's not this one. Virus threat found. There we go. So you get a pop-up like that, the threat was found, and then all you want to do is just find the thing that it blocked, which is probably going to be the most recent one at the top, or just look by the time right here, as you will see, and from there you can just tap on the security to expand it, like I just did, and then actually, well, this one won't work because it's already, I won't be able to show, but there you will have action button at the bottom, basically under one of these, like somewhere here. So once you tap on the drop down action button, you also should have something along the lines of allow, or on this device, something like that. I'm not necessarily sure what it was telling me. But you just want to agree that you want to open this file basically. And once you have selected that, you can then close this and go back to pressing the download once more, and it should then download, because the file that you first downloaded, if it was blocked, it was completely removed right from the get-go, so it didn't even begin downloading. And once you have done that, you can download it then, and then go to it, extract it. So extract, and I am looking for this one. Okay, there we go. So then you want to open up the file that you have extracted, go into the folder as I just did, as you can see, and you'll find this file here, download SE, and the model number of your device should be here. So double tap on that. It will bring up this window right here. Give it a moment for it to load. and you just want to tap on download and then choose where you want to download it to. So I'm just gonna select desktop. It's also where the actual files for this specific model I have downloaded. So it's gonna be next to it, and then it will begin the download right here. Now this will take probably the longest time to get, although it looks like it's going fairly quickly right now. So I'm just gonna move that out of the way somewhere, right there behind the camera itself. So we can close this because it's not needed anymore, and we can also, let's go back. So what you also will need is a Odin software, which I believe I can find it here as well. Not the conventional way, but it should be somewhere in here. Bypass Google verification. I'm just gonna check quickly. Nope, it doesn't look like it. Now this is hopefully there will be a link for it in the description, but if you don't have a link in the description, I'm gonna show it in a different way, I guess, how to get it. So I'm gonna actually search for Note 10. Galaxy. So I believe this one actually had bypass through Odin. So that's what I'm gonna try to use. Just quickly see. Yes, this one did not, which just kind of makes this painful. Bear with me while I try to find a decent place to actually get this. But yeah, whatever. I'm gonna for now skip it. I know that there's somewhere a link, so it should be provided in the description. And if by some miracle it's not, you can just look for Odin. I'm gonna show you how it looks like. So actually it should be probably in my downloads, so I don't even need to look for it. Oh, there it is. So I have it right here, Odin. So, okay, so I know where I was using it. This model of Samsung. Okay, so once you find the Odin and download it, you can then open it up. Up on OK. And that's the program, right? So, next thing, we need to put the device in the download mode. So to do so, let's first power it off. So power that sucker off right here, and once it has shut off, we then will put it in the download mode. So to do that, number one, start by holding volume up and power key. And when you see the Samsung logo, you can let go. And from here, we are now in the recovery mode, so you want to select the second option, which is reboot to bootloader using volume keys, and then confirm it with power key. And it should be now in the download mode. There we go. And now you want to take that cable that you have prepared previously and plug it in. And pay attention to Odin. So right here, your device should show up. So there we go. So it's working fine right now. And if your device didn't show up, you will need to get the drivers for it. So there will be USB drivers also provided in the description. So install those, and then you want to try it again, and this time around you should see your device right here. So moving on, we now need to add all the files right here. So let's start with the BL, tap on this right here. And from here, we're gonna go into the desktop. At least that's where I have downloaded the files myself. So once again, wherever you saved this to be downloaded to, that's where you want to look for those files. So for me, it's desktop, and it is. Just extend this so I can get the full. Where is it? Oh, I didn't unpack it. That's why I can see it. So yeah, let's also unpack that. So it is right here. That's the file, extract. So while this is extracting, I guess we just have to wait. Now I'm gonna close this, it's not needed, and I can minimize. Okay, and as you can see now, it has unpacked, so we can proceed further finally. So again, let's tap on the BL file, and let's go back to the desktop. At least that's how I said it's for me. And there it is. So it's this one, as you can see, G985F. So that's the model of this one. And let's start with the BL. So right here, BL. Let's double tap on it. And then it is. Then tap on AP and choose again AP. Now keep in mind, the AP file weighs 5.8 gigabytes. So once you tap on it, the computer will at least the Odin will freeze up. It will start processing the file and checking the file, and this will take a little bit, a couple minutes probably, varying depending on how fast your computer is. But once it's finished, the program will unfreeze, and you can then add the two last ones. So let's just wait for it to unfreeze right now. Yeah, there we go, it finally added it. So now let's tap on CP, choose CP, SCS, and SCS. And once you have added all four of these, let's go into the options and make sure auto reboot is enabled, and F frame time is also, or F reset time, what am I saying, is enabled. And once it is, all you need to do now is press start. You should start seeing the progress right here. And also, yep, there it is on the phone itself. You can see it right here. So now let's just wait for this to finish. It will take probably several minutes. Just be patient. Once it's finished, the device will reboot itself, and it will still process basically installation of the software in the background, even though Odin will say it's finished. So you will need to give it a little bit more time. And once it has basically completed everything, you should see the Android setup screen. So I'll be back once everything has basically completed. And as you can see, now the process is finished. You can unplug your device on the computer. It's already get passed for a while, and it was only doing stuff on the phone then. So as you can see, you can now start by choosing your language and just going through the setup process as you would normally do with a new device. So if you found this very helpful, don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and thanks for watching.